For all of my prepubescent years of watching Inuyasha, I've always argued that I was always more fascinated and intrigued with Sesshomaru's and Inuyasha's brotherhood. And if it had been the main storyline, that would have been absolutely perfect. Because I've always rooted for Inuyasha and Sesshomaru as a couple of dog yokai warrior brothers. I've always believed that if their brotherhood had been the main focus of the entire series, let alone franchise, it would have been absolutely amazing and intriguing. I was never a huge fan of the will they, won't they dynamics between Inuyasha and Kagome, let alone the constant bickering going on between them, as well as Kagome using those beads of subjugation to pretty much batter Inuyasha, and the terrible trauma that Inuyasha had of losing Kikyo and the guilt that he still felt, especially with all the soap opera antics going on. And I've always believed that Sesshomaru and Inuyasha definitely had potential to make their brotherhood a whole lot stronger. Yeah, they may not be totally outward about it, but I've always figured that their brotherhood would be stronger if they had worked on it a lot more, let alone if the writers had worked on it a lot more and therefore made them a whole lot stronger together and become a whole lot more united. And it would have been a whole lot more fun and interesting. It would have been totally cool seeing Sesshomaru and Inuyasha acknowledge each other as brothers for life and would definitely have each other's backs. That would have been a totally amazing show and installment from beginning to end, and I'm all here for it. Luckily for me, I've managed to make this the front and center of my AU headcanon, especially when it comes to the entirety of the Scarily Splendid Seven. So when it all is said and done, Sesshomaru and Inuyasha, especially when it comes to their brotherhood, needs a whole lot more love because they are two formidable dog yokai warriors who are worthy of my respect. And I've seen them grow from strength to strength, especially when it came to their individual stories. What with Sesshomaru's Seiga being used as a beacon for growing compassion, and Inuyasha using Tesaiga, especially to protect those he holds dearly. And I'll leave it there because I definitely love those two